Hello, my beautiful rainbow people. Welcome back to the Controversy of Zion. I guess I'm calling all my shows that these days. I don't want to confuse anybody. Hi, my name is Zion, or so I say, and I claim to be the prophet foretold in the 54th chapter of the book of Isaiah from my favorite book, the Bible. I am the barren one who sings. I am she who travails. And I have been travailing since 1979. And now that the federal government has realized that the game is up, that they can no longer hide the truth from the American people, and they've begun to admit that my beautiful God, the Gray, are real. Now, I have the means to begin my true work, which is to speak for the Gray. Now, I saw a program on, a segment of the news yesterday where a Pentagon official said that not only were the UFOs real, but they are vastly more capable than we are. Now, a few days ago, there was a female pilot who came on and said that she now belonged to a Twitter following of UFO enthusiasts, and that there was this new thing going on, a religious thing, where people believed that the UFOs were God. That's me. I'm the one who brought that truth to the world, and I did so with this book. And the two books, unpublished physically, but videoed on YouTube and social media. And these two books foretell the events of prophecy. Now, the one book, the Book of Zion, is all about me. It tells my life story, and it lays out the entire order of events that I've already fulfilled. I do not believe that there is a single piece of the prophecy of Israel that is said to be Zion's thing that I have not done up to the Controversy of Zion, which is the name of my program. So, I'm doing that already. The Controversy of Zion is my way into the public view. Because you see, I'm Zion, the foretold prophet, the mouthpiece for the gray aliens. So, American government, and any government in the world for that matter, if you want to speak to the gray, those guys up there, flying around in the flying saucers, yeah, they definitely can't go in space. They came from space, as a matter of fact. They came from across the universe, way, way beyond our ability to see. In fact, their homeworld, their original homeworld, no longer exists. It was engulfed by its planet, its sun, just as ours will someday. And they came here, to this planet, an, a long, long time ago, when the Neanderthals and the other subspecies roamed the earth. And they created us in their own image, except for their skin is blue. And just as prophecy predicted, they set the stage for a particular person, fitting a particular description, would be easily achieved so that they could enact the prophecy, create for themselves a prophet capable, willing, and eager to be their priestess, because no man was found who was willing to take the part and capable of enduring the testing that was required. I, on the other hand, because I am Beulah of the Hinds Feet, the Zion of the Most High God of Israel, the barren one who sings, who travails like a woman giving birth, but brings forth only pain. That's me. And because that is me, I am the spokesperson for the gray. If you have a question for the gray or about the gray, then ask me. In fact, I'll give you a few. I'll give you just a few facts that you can actually look up here on Earth, because they have to do with our history as well as the history of the gray. Now, in our mythology, all over the world, there were beings that we call God. And they left archaeological evidence behind. We call them temples. I call them temple complexes. We equate them to a religious organization. I tell you, it's obviously a political system. The temples that you see scattered all over the world are government buildings operated by human priests who were highly trained telepaths who could communicate directly with the telepathic gray race of blue-skinned aliens that are the very same gods that our ancestors spoke to and with. I'm talking about Shiva, Krishna, Buddha. Well, not Buddha, he was a man, but Baal, Ishtar, Zeus, Hera, all the gods, Quetzalcoatl, all of them were either gray-clad, gray-clad, blue-skinned aliens, or associated with them. They came here. They found that the Neanderthals were had the most intelligence, were the most socially advanced, and were peaceful. And so they chose them to be their associates. They learned their language and they communicated with them through sign language and made a deal. They would advance the Neanderthal culture and create a new, higher advanced race from them. And in generations to come, the gray aliens would have become humans or a human equivalent. That was the plan. However, at the time of, when was that? Before or after the flood? After the flood. Okay. Okay, the flood happened first, which was because we have a rogue planet in an elongated orbit around the sun that comes back and forth periodically, disturbs the Oort cloud, and sends a bombardment of asteroids and comets into the inner solar system. It is approaching as we speak. That's another story. But they did not know this when they first arrived because it was in its outer orbit. They did not anticipate it. So, in the meantime, they created us. They had a society. Well, first, the Neanderthals started to get wiped out by the brutish creation that was the monsters that were the first evolution of humans. And they almost killed the Neanderthals. But see, the Grey were always looking for a new homeworld, and they found a suitable homeworld for the Neanderthal, not the humans. So the Neanderthals were shipped off to this new homeworld because they chose to go. They're a thriving population. They're a thriving civilization now, part of the Grey Council, our friends, our mother race. And the Grey are our father race. Now, after the flood, they refined the human race a little bit more and found them so desirable that they started to have sex with them, which caused a plague that created a war in heaven, so to speak. It wasn't a war in heaven. What happened was they had to eradicate the plague here on Earth because it was sequestered in a couple of little places. So as soon as it was discovered that there was a plague, that it was horrifically killing everybody, kind of like COVID, they isolated, it's like in the isolated pockets, they just nuked them. Got rid of the plague here on Earth. Saved the human race. It decimated the Grey. It made their women infertile. And therefore forced them to clone themselves. And the little gray skit-clad aliens that you see are the degenerated form of clones. And now they have remade themselves in our image with hybrid gray humanoid children. The first surviving was one of mine. And they actually took my uterus. And when I had my hysterectomy, they took my uterus and used it as the DNA base for their race. So they are my children. More are the children of the desolate than those of the married wife. I have hybrid children that are very numerous, and they are ready to help me create a better world here on Earth. So, they have given me power and authority there to deal with everybody here. If you have a question about the Grey, I'm the person that you need to talk to. So, ask any question of me. If I do not have the answer, I have the means to have the answer. I'm a telepath, so are they. They can give me the answer. They're ready to talk. Are you ready to listen? So may the Grey watch over us, guide us, protect us, keep us from harm, teach us right from wrong, and may you guys be worthy of them. May your thoughts, words, and deeds reflect truth, good, and light, the unicorn way. Find your joy and pursue it, and make that your guild choice when we get hit back to camp. If you use drugs, stay happy and high. You have every right and reason to. You have the opportunity to work with me and the Gray. May you live long and prosper. I never say goodbye, so I'm going to say later now.